New correct map of the flat surface stationary Earth. Yeah, man. Birdman hand rub. Let's go, man. Flat Drop 101. Welcome back to Flat Drop. I know it's been a long time since we dug on some Flat Drop, man. So just know it's always coming. It's always around the corner. I used to dig so much on Flat Drop that people call me a Naga Flat Drop. They thought all we did was do Flat Drop, man. I mean, we was just busting down on Facebook back in the day, man. Shout out to the Melanated True Earth Plane, the M-Tep Room. Hope you still popping off, even though I'm not on Facebook no more than booted the Naga off, man, with malarkey, man. So, nah, man. We glad to just keep it going, keep the vibe going where we at, man. And we all started, like my bro Nye say, man, the Flat Drop really popped a lot of us off, man. Tell you the truth, man. It was very important in the beginning, of our just seeing things weren't as it seemed, what I mean? Just really opening our eyes to like, yo, this world is crazy. If they would lie about this, they'll lie about all. If they would lie about this, they would lie about everything because they had to, create a religion around it. We just talked about the Soul Invictus. We just talked about, this Helios. You know what I mean? But Exodus 20 got us in cold, man. And, that allows us to have orientation. The code allows us to have orientation. Being out of code allows you to have an invader come and, tell you that you're on a spinning ball. Yeah, like a ball, man. Ball, man. A ball. How do you know which pole of the planet is a North Pole? Well, damn. What side of the ball is up? Yeah. Where's up? Where's up? Up ain't up. North ain't even north, man. Remember the etymology of north, man? Etymology. North. To a dragon. Similar to a dragon, man, because to be a dragon is to see clearly. To be a dragon is to see clearly. But what's north? Birdman hand rub. Oh, damn. Well, shit. Oh. North is of North is of uncertain origin, but it might be ultimately from near, meaning left. Also below. Ooh, boss. Now we talking hell. So is it left? Is it below? And what the hell is going on with north? We just talking etymologies. Love to let us find the truth, man. We still popping off in the online etymology dictionary. Etymology, man. You know what I'm talking about. So now that we know that north ain't shit, North puts us in hell. All right. All right, cool. So we can have our own north, since north is left or below. So where's up? Hey, I'm just here to burst your bubble. Shout out, man. Rest in power, Kobe Bean Bryant, man. I shot the ball in the finals, man. We shot the ball in the finals, man. We've been shooting down this ball, this inflated ball for a long time. We've been telling y'all, do you think you're on a ball? A marble? You think there's a bunch of marbles out there, perfectly spherical, in a vacuum? A vacuum balls? spinning around at 1100 miles per hour, traversing the sun at what? 67,000 miles? 67,000? Wow. You feel like you're going 67,000 miles per hour, spinning at 1100, spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. On a wobble, boss. On a wobble. And you don't even know where's north. You just say north is up. But north can't be up. How can north be up if north is below? How could north be up if north is below? Just make it make sense, man. I mean, this is real important. This ain't no play. We have fun, but they make a mockery out of it. Oh, you globe tards. Oh, you flathead, flat earthers. They turn it in like whenever we get hot on something, they create these factions and this polarity. No pun intended. The polarities pulling us against each other, trying to divide and conquer Nagas that just want answers. We all just want answers, whether you assume one way or the other. We all just want answers, man. We all just want answers, man. I don't owe you nothing, but to keep looking for some answers, man. This is what we came in. This was our original contract. Drop Nation, we go all look for some answers. Whatever we do past that point is a bonus, man. But we still here looking for answers. I think we are fulfilling our function. The search is on. We're searching for HaWah. We're searching for the code within us. And we're searching for our habitation. A hamster, when you put him in the wheels, go look around the cage. You stop looking around the cage because you lost your awareness that you're in an enclosure. Because you think you're in the vastness of space. Well, there is more space. But space just means more space. And how do you know which pole of the planet is the North Pole when North is below? And shouldn't the North and the South Pole, be, according to physics, of equal size, polarity? Would one pole be way bigger than the other pole? So you mean to tell me that the Arctic, the North Pole, so-called, the Arctic is just as big as Antarctica? Think about that, boss. Remember that map of Tarzan, how big Antarctica is in relationship to all these other planes? You could put them all together. Antarctica is just, it's more land. And it's too much land to fit on your ball. It's too much land to fit on your ball. They're going to have to keep making your ball bigger as much land as they keep finding beyond the pole. But the North Pole can't be the same size as the South Pole or Antarctica. Because Antarctica surrounds us. We are surrounded by it. North means left or below, or hell, Noraka, Noretos, deeper, lower, down, unearthened from beneath. Askin Umbrin, left, as north is to the left when one faces the rising sun. When you face the rising sun, they would say that's east, and north on this compass would be east or left of the east. All right. I'm just saying it's all up to interpretation. So here's a quick question. Where's up? On a spinning ball with infinite space in all directions. Is there an up? Is there a west? Is there an east? Where's east in outer space? Is it always facing the whirling sun that's traveling over 100 miles per hour? Is that always east? Is the sun not doing a circuit? So you're telling me once you get to outer space, all bets are off. There is no north, south, east, or west. So where's up? And how do you know which pole is the North Pole? And wouldn't the poles be roughly the same size as this spinning gyroscope in a vacuum is popping up? Hey, shout out to the musician Greg Allison, man, playing this beautiful piano 4-3-2 hertz improvisation, man. It's a beautiful session called the Unheard Session. Go dig on it. Yeah. All my 4-3-2 hertz musicians, man, holla at us, man. Let's collab. Let's, connect the cons, man, to the vibration. This is a snippet out of the book from John G. Abizaid. And remember, we have this book in the Drop Chatter and Shalak. We're going through changes on the website. Keep getting jam up. So, the site's been off for maybe about 3 or 4 days. So we got you back on real soon. And I'm over here fighting a good fight for my knockers, but you know what it is in this internet. You know what I'm saying? You know how they already going to be suppressing everything. You know what I'm saying? So we're still working on, just getting more and more protection, man. You know what I'm saying? From those guys, man, so we can put the information out. But we're going to keep the water flowing like we're doing and just look out for us. But when the site is up, you can go to the library. Password is 1234. You can get this book, The Enlightenment of the World by John G. Abizaid. Let's get this snippet right here. First, let's read this upside down part. I had to practice this. I said, let me make sure I could do this. All right, we're just talking about a natural waterproof. Okay. It says, suppose you, I'm starting at the bottom because I'm reading backwards, which is really forward, man. Left is north, up is down. Let's go, man. Suppose you put five steamers on the ocean as it is done here at an equal distance from each other. Hey, this ain't no joke, man. Y'all should try reading like this. Woo. At an equal distance from each other, as far as eye can reach, and from it measure the surface of the water from and to every point. You will find the same measurement. So he's saying, no matter where that steamer is, no matter where that boat is, you can measure the distance, and it's all going to be the same. You're not going to find no curvature in the water, in other words. If you're on a ball, the water can't be at the same level 6 miles down, and you got to go look at the Bedford level experiment doing exactly that at the Bedford Lake, something like that. But just look up the Bedford level experiment, and that's what they did. They found a very still, flat lake. You know what I'm saying? And they measured 6 miles out, and it was at the same exact height as it was 6 miles over there. You know what I'm saying? So 6 miles on a 25,000 mile circumference Earth, you have curvature. You don't have flat water. You don't have miles of flat water on a ball, right? Can you imagine miles of flat water on a ball? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're coming out of her, man. We're coming out this Baal. This is the Baal. We're coming out the Baal. We're coming out the Sol Invictus, the heliocentric. We ain't worshiping no Helios no more. We ain't worshiping, their Zeus, their Saturn, their Satan, We're not worshiping their Santa Claus, man. We dodging their Saturnalia. We see clearly, man, this Copernican malarkey, that's pushing our public schools, and it's supposed to be the truth. What truth did they give you in public school? They told you from Africa, wrong. They told you spit on the ball, wrong. They told you the Pilgrims were all good with Columbus and then wrong. They had Columbus Day. Wrong, nigga, wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. They taught us spells and spelling. Wrong. What good did you learn out of grammar school? Grammar. Necromancy school. They put the A-E-I-O-U first spell out the gate. They just put it on you. Then they put this image in your mind of a spinning ball, and they put it in their cartoons, and they got you believing this shit. Just like the movie Inception, planted so deep in your subconscious. Man, to wake you up out of this is like unplugging from the Matrix, dog. But it's a big point, and it's a big issue, and it's not a distraction, because if you believe you're spinning on a ball at 1,100 miles per hour, hurling through space at 67,000 miles per hour right now, boss. But the seas can be perfectly still, and the birds are just flying freely. But this gravity is sticking trillions of tons of water because of gravity. But the birds are just Michael Jordan's dunking from the free throw line. But all this super gravity and power keeping this water into the spherical ball. And then you find flat lakes. The waters are flat. Oh no, the boat disappears over the horizon. Nah, you just get a big telescope and you still see the damn boat going straight. Ain't no disappearing over the horizon. And why do we all have the same horizon, man? Why does the horizon always got to be going down? Because to some knockers on the other side of the ball, wouldn't the horizon kind of be going up for them? Come on, man. Everybody can't have the same horizon. Some people, the horizon's going down. Some people, the horizon's going up. It's a ball. Come on, man. Hey, these are body bags, man. Say, say it with me, man. Body bag for the illusion. We out of here, man. We got some stuff to talk about, man. Let me go, man. Let me pop off, man. All right. So these steamers, they're being measured, and from it measure the surface of the water from and to every point. All right. So they're measuring the surface of the water from and to every point. You will find the same measurement. By this, you will know that the surface of the water is flat and level. Now, this is written in the 1800s, and it was written in Arabic, as you see. Okay. Were they with the agenda, of what they say, this is a psyop? Were they with the psyop? Are they the ones that taught you in grammar school? You might want to listen, man, because this ain't being brought up in your classroom. We know that the surface of the water is flat and level, like you would be on a plane. And if you're on a plane, yeah, there's more space. There's hella more space. There's a lot more space. North, south, east, west, whatever direction you go, there's more space. Space is water, by the way. And water takes many forms. In the ether, you're on a plane, like the etymology of planet, right? North is below, north is south. It's crazy talk. Hey, what's south, by the way, man? I just want to say something. Oh, right. Source, sun. So what does south got to do with sun? Southward, to the south. Who they called south in 1828? Aqua Tabazan, take the wheel. And also Aqua for popping off that Christmas uprising in Jamaica drop, man. The copper thread is all the way up. A-hop to the copper thread popping off daily, dropping that drop. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, man. A-hop to you. Okay, south. Uh, right. In any place north of the Tropic of Cancer pertaining to or lying in the meridian towards the sun. Sun. A southern region, country, or place. Okay. So you see, everything is objective to your perspective. To your perspective. This is how this English language is playing us. Like, we're south over, we're south on a ball that's spinning. You're in outer space. If you take a rocket out, which way is up, down, left, right? Where's south, man? You know, this word trickery, man. What does planet mean, man? I'm getting frustrated with these people, man. Wandering. Okay. Revolves around the sun. Yeah, these the primary planets. Mercury, yeah, thought in there. Okay. Whoa, what planet is this? Herschel. Ever heard of a planet called Herschel? Have y'all ever This is the first for me. I'm just surfing the wave with you, man. Don't. It's cray. For smaller planets denominated by some asteroids, namely Ceres, Palos, Juno, and Vesta, have recently been discovered between the orbits of Mars. Hey, this is front page news. Did y'all know that there were supposed to be some more planets? You know, and don't think of it like balls spinning like they're trying to say, but these are just more lands beyond the pole. So they also have Ceres, Palos, Juno, and Vesta have recently been discovered between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Herschel being without the Earth's orbit are sometimes called the superior planet Herschel. This is this is mind blasting. Y'all ever heard of planet Herschel, man? Planet. This is mind blasting. So the astrological symbol for planet Uranus. So the man, hold on, this is crazy, man. Let's see what they talking about, man. So okay, I guess it was first called Herschel, then they changed it to Uranus. German-born British astronomer and composer frequently collaborated with his younger sister and fellow astronomer Caroline Herschel. Born in the electorate of Hanover, William Herschel followed his father into the military band at Hanover. All right, man, what'd you find, man? Let's talk about this Uranus drive, man. Okay. He discovered infrared radiation. Okay. Kind of look like he a naga a little bit, man. Like they tried to color him, man, you know. Martian solar caps. All right. He's looking at the moons of Uranus, Titania, Oberon, moons of Saturn. You know what I mean? All right. So he discovered Uranus, and I guess it's called Uranus now. Man. It's kind of interesting. What's even more interesting than that is back to etymology. A planet is a plane. A flat, spread out plane. Planet. Plane. Then they go into really the meaning when we go into these areas. The intention that's being put out by these areas, or something about making devious, repelling, dissuading from the right path, bewildering. Yeah, okay. The Greek word is enlarged form of planes, man. Come on, man. Body bag. Something about unstable temperature. Wandering, right? The wander. The plane. The plane, boss. The plane. The plane is the planet, which is flat or spread out. So we're not getting this from nowhere. It's right there in the etymology of the word planet from Pele that we're talking flat, spread out, or making devious, repelling who? Dissuading who from the right path. And is the right path the code? And are these planes, are these particular planes all about bewildering and getting us off the right path? Is that the frequency they're known for? Okay. The Most High's allowed them to rock. Remember, man, Satan was late to the meeting in the book of Job. The Most High's allowed them to rock, but they have to follow some rules. And something tells me that when we get back in cold, man, all bets are off for the hijack. They can't confuse us with these images. I mean, there's no real image of the earth anywhere on Google. Please go look. That's the whole point of doing this. Please go look for yourself. Find yourself a real picture of the earth and not no marble or no composite paintings. And then ask yourself, why don't they give us a real snapshot? They can go. We about to read NASA 1972, man. All these things that happened with NASA in 1972. This great document I'll share with y'all. They go in all these places past the asteroid belts, circling around, Jupiter and all these things, all the stuff they're saying they're doing. And they didn't take one picture of the Earth to share with us. They should have this thing mapped out. This should be like GQ magazine. Satellites everywhere. They just can't keep faking this stuff. And it hurts to the heartbone to be lied to. I know it hurts to be lied to. It hurts to the core. We all had astronaut dreams, man. Not just me. But for real, you gotta stop spinning or else you'll never be still. And if you're never still, how can you be real? We gotta stop you from spinning, boss. That's why we doing this. Can't talk to somebody when they spinning. They dizzy. They ain't got no coordination, no orientation. Which way is up? In outer space, more space. What does Abazai say about this connection with these North and South poles? Let's just pick up from right here. If the earth was round, as some people imagine, the shape of the North Pole and the South Pole would be exactly the same. Right? You're spinning. It just makes sense that Everything's been spread out. The poles have equal, polarities and all that stuff, right? So, wouldn't that make more sense that these things would be of equal? You wouldn't have all this extra mass on one side of the pole and the other pole have very little mass. So if the earth was round, just using common sense, in the 1800s, as some people imagine, the shape of the North Pole and the South Pole would be exactly the same. Then the North Pole and also the South Pole would have 6 months of darkness and 6 months of light. Also, the sun takes more time to move around from east to west near the South Circle. Take a journey around the South Circle and take a journey around the South Circle and another around the North Center, and you will find it a much shorter distance around the North Center, which proves that the North and the South are not the same shape as people claim. Well, North is left or below. We're South. We're South. If North is below, then we're South. After you have studied the truth of my work, you will know I am right. And if anyone desires more explanation, I will be pleased to give it, man. I got nothing but smoke for you, man. He gave his address. He said, holler at me. Let's talk about it. John Abazai. He wrote this in Arabic, man. All right. All right. So where's South? Let's talk about it. Here's some great maps. This is the Buache, Buashi de Neuville map of the world on polar projection by Philippe Buishi. Just, look at some of these details, man. These are some I've never seen. Let's talk orientation, man. It's Flat Drop 101. I'm going to show you some maps and then I'm going to talk about it, but I'm just going to let you vibe to it for a minute, man. Let you get what you get out of it, man. Halal HaWah. Where's North? North is at the center. Where's South? Ice rim around the edge of the world, at least the edge of this earth pond. The sun is 27 miles across. And look at the sun's orbit, which is just a circuit around you. It's not heliocentric. You're not going around the sun. It's only 27 miles across. It's only 3,000 miles up. That's why it seems so big. But they got to account for that in math and physics. They got to say it's 96 million miles away. And it's super gigantic. It's super duper gigantic. And it's responsible for these, eclipses. Nah, man. The moon and the sun are the same size. Just like the book of Enoch said. It's a great one right here. Let's keep going. And just look at the orientation. This is classic. Classic Gleason map. Ice ray. Pay attention to this time clock type of flow, because there are those hypotheses that we are on a clock. And 12 o'clock, is pretty much where they'll put the equator. I believe that's the equator. So, we're on a clock, huh? So how do you time travel, balls? If you're on a clock, man, how do you go back and forth in time? You gotta go counterclockwise or clockwise, right? Uh-oh, I'm saying too much. I'm gonna have niggas disappear, man. Let's go. Uh-oh. Gleason time chart, because he knows it's about time. 1893. Uh-oh. Are we on the clock? Are you on the clock? Are you on the clock, boss? Yeah, some of these I've never seen before. It's pretty amazing. You vibing, my nigga? You vibing with a nigga? Flat Drop 101, man. Shout out to abebooks.co.uk, man. I'll leave the link. You can dig on these, man. All right. We've seen this one. We've seen a bigger one. This is the Robotham's Flat Earth Map of the World, circa 1873. So a lot of these are 1800s, man. Where's south? South eyes, south eyes, south eyes, south eyes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, boss. Say it with me. Body bag for the illusion. South is everywhere. So when your compass points north, it's pointing towards what they would call the center or the North Pole, right? And some say that this is really called the center pole, and that the North and the South Pole are both located like right next to each other. It's like a torrent field, like right next to each other, a little beyond the ice or something like that. So I don't know, but you see the sun making a circuit, and pay attention to the arrow. So something, is going in a circuit. Remember, you're on a clock. The sun's not 96 million miles away. What that other one say, it's only 3,000 miles up. It's very close. It's very close. Sometimes it's like in front of the clouds. That's not very far up, man. Don't your airplanes fly higher than that? That's when you're flying over the sun. Hey, 27 miles across only. It's very, small in comparison to what they want us to think. But the point of this one, man, south is everywhere. So, back to my man Abazai. If the Earth was round, as some people imagine, the shape of the North Pole and South Pole would be exactly the same. Well, where's the North Pole and where's the South Pole, boss? So that's impossible. So your compass is pointing towards the center, wherever you're at. Your compass is always going to point towards what they call the magnetic mountain, Mount Meru, all that stuff. Tree of life in the middle, magnetic, it's always going to point towards the north or the center, which is also below. Hey, interesting, right? Maybe whatever the magnetic center is below, like the roots of the tree. And south is everywhere out, away from the center will be south. So where's east and where's west? That's the secret to time travel, boss. Uh-oh. Let me play my music, man. The vibe is too high right now, man. The vibe is too high. Flat drop 101, man. Con drop nation. Cool. Uh-oh, boss. Vibe to this, man. Just vibe to it, man. So, how's your vibe? How's your vibe? How's your vibration? How you reeling? I know how you feeling, but how you really reeling? Okay. So, this is a body bag for the illusion. This is a victory lap. Go ahead. Take a toast, you know what I'm saying? Drinks on me, you know what I mean? Halal HaWah. You can learn a lot from this map if you know what you're looking for. And I'm not going to say too much because, believe it or not, we dropped this off the balcony. This is 7 years ago or something. But with a dragonfly perspective, you could see a lot. And, I'm going to let the dragons pop off because if I say too much more, you really would be time traveling. Like, no play, you know what I'm saying? But this is real dope. And it really highlights the importance of America. East and west, west and east. Yeah, man, check out South America, man. It's right there at the gateways, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going, what is this? Counterclockwise, you're going east. To go west, you have to go clockwise. And north is right in the middle and south is outside, right? So it's kind of like you could spin a top, have the top spinning. If you spin it to the right, you're spinning it west. You're spinning it to the left, you're spinning it east. And knowing that you're on a clock, that kind of lets you know which direction you'll be going if you were time traveling. You know what I mean? If you go clockwise, you're going in the future. If you go counterclockwise, you're going back to the past. That's what I say about that. This is Flat Drop 101, man. We ain't trying to get my knockers stuck in 1831, man. And the uprising of Jamaica, man. Oh, man. Shout out to my Jamaican knockers. Remember this David Rumsey? Shout out to David Rumsey. So this is very important because it's showing Antarctica with no ice. And go get our previous flat drops, man. We zoomed in real close on these. It's always amazing, man, to get a up close and personal perspective of worlds beyond the poles. A world that you never knew existed. You've been stuck in your city grids. You've been stuck thinking that up is up and north is north and south is south. But what is it really? So this would be north. Let's go there. Let's pop off. According to David Rumsey. You see all the receipts we got, my nigga? You think this is play? And all you got is a bunch of composites of a ball on Google? And what your public school teacher taught you? And there's all these maps, intricate maps. You think these people wasted their damn time? You think this was part of the PSYOP? So this is 12 o'clock, I believe. All right. And this will be the north. And as you see, there's no ice. I don't know what all this says, but I wish I did. I really do. Anybody that can translate, holla at your guala. What are they saying is over here, man? What is going on? What is happening? But there's access to it. Yeah, this is very interesting. Pull back a little bit so you can get perspective. Then we'll go right back forward. So that's South America, North America. And where's Greenland? All right, so remember those maps that show that you could pretty much walk from Greenland to, Europe and all that. Europe and go right into all these other places. Here's just another receipt, an orientation view. Back to the Gastaldi map of 1548. We've been popping off with. Right, so this is more the Mercator projection. They're not showing you the azimuthal, equidistant, AE, flat, flat Earth projection, whatever you want to call it. But this is how you'll normally be getting it, right? Except there is no North America. So just keep that in mind. When they found you here, they didn't find North Americans. They found Nagas in India, Superior, Cathay, China, boss. Mexico, Florida, China. But let's go. You could take the Greenland Express by land in 1548. All the way into these quote-unquote northern regions. What you're going into Scotland and, Ireland and all that. The British and all that, right? Or, Spain here. So you could travel by horse and buggy cut across Greenland and get to Asia over there, right? But where's Asia? We already know. We already know. We already know. Fall back. Nah, man. Nah, man. I can't fall back. It's flat drop 101. It's a very good question. We've been asking this. They've been asking this. Does North America exist, man? Again, South America or America going right into Asia? Where's Asia? So whether we're in 1800s, 1500s, 1561, Carta Marina, Navola, South America, right? Peru, all that, going right into Grand Tartare, India Superior, Asia, China. Now you telling me then, here's Canada clearly up here, right? Louisiana right here, and China right here, China right here. Here's South America, Mexico, here's the Yucatan, and here's China. The Yucatan, and here's China. Mexico, China. Mexico, China. China, the Yucatan. Louisiana, Amérique. So they were calling this part Amérique, Canada. But you connect to South America directly to China. You connect to South America directly to China. Where's Cali? Okay. And where is Asia, boss? It's a damn good question. Point is, North America, South America, or what? India Superior. That's why when you go in here, you're in India Superior. You don't see nothing or what they would call it today. France, you got Canada, and look how Greenland. Greenlandia, Groenlandia. You go right over here into this, what would be, what would be the, British Isles and all that. Would this be the Pillars of Hercules here? Go out. I'll be right there. Straits of Gibraltar. Yeah, that'll be the Pillars of Hercules coming through there to get to the South Ocean. And the South Ocean surrounds you. Now the current is either going to go clockwise, counterclockwise, and this is how this is how you know how to moor your way around. The Isles of Azores used to all be part of Atlantis, and the islands are just the peaks of the mountain ranges from Atlantis. The water has not receded enough for Atlantis to show. You see what I'm saying? That's how it can be flooded, is that it was under low elevation. So these are just the mountain peaks of Atlantis. And what you're living on today is just the highest ground. And that's why we say America is the old world, according to Gerald Massey, These books, Cootie Mayo breaking down greatly. This piece of land here is on higher elevation than this piece of land here, what you would call Africa. This is the land that popped out the primordial waters when the floods receded. But the flood hasn't fully receded. So all these islands, whether you're talking Pacific or Atlantic, are just the peaks of the mountain ranges. This is just the mountain peaks of what's underneath. So yeah, man, just a little orientation pie. I can dig on this Rumsey map for a long time. I'm really interested in what's popping off. Look at me, I just belly fly right into Cibola, Cibola, Granata, Cibola, Cibola is Shimbala, Sheba, daughter of the 7 cities of gold. 7 cities of gold. Just belly flop, man. Okay. I still hadn't really taken the time to just appreciate, and recon every part of this map. I mean, what's going on? But it's a beautiful map, man. It's one of the most beautiful maps I've ever seen. And the most beautiful thing about it is that right when you just realize this is your home, you see there is a lot going on with your home. And that this would all be south, right? All this is south. That's the magnetic north. And what is going on south, man? Just a bunch of ice. They took all that time for all that destruction just to play around here with their imagination. Or are they letting you know that there's more to meet the eye happening south? And that there's a way out. And some people are guarding it. You can get out of south. And when you get out of south, you don't know who you'll run into. Shit, you can run into anybody. You might get down there and run right into the one and only, the legendary one, the Grand Khan, Prester John. Ethiopia, Abyssinia, Negro, Red. I see that. Prester John, man. He's outside the wall. You think it's play? I can't make that stuff. I can't just put Prester John, man. If you in South America, right? It's supposed to be Terra Fuego, Tarazanta. Fuego means hot, my naga. That's our lands. You get to Fuego, you can take these rivers to the land. You can go into the land through the waterway. So all the breaks in the ice just leads to more land. But it wasn't always ice. That seems to be new. Because there's a lot of gateways. A lot of gateways to get south. Halal HaWah. This by far is one of the more interesting maps I saw on this website here. Getting real mappy. You know how we like maps. And you know how we dig on it. This is real small, man. Come on. Oh, they on that play. I think oh yeah, right quick. This is the cable and wireless Great Circle map. So just showing you the interconnectivity of how they were, doing the wire, cable, telecommunications and all that. And what map are they using? Are they using the Mercator projection? Are they using this? Nah, boss. They're not using that. They're using the same Aquidescent azimuthal AE projection, so-called flat Earth map, to show the connectivity. They're showing you the orientation they use to connect telecommunications, wireless transmitters and stuff, cable ships. So this is a body bag, you know, for the illusion. They're letting you know right in your face the orientation they use. They use the same orientation. Body bag. They use the same orientation. Whether they spun it this way or that way, they're not using no ball, they're using the same orientation. This ain't what's taught in school. This is not a ball. This is a plane. And that's south. Whether it's ice or whether it ain't ice. But we seem to be on the clock. So east and west is clockwise and counterclockwise. God. South is everywhere. The sun is doing a circuit around you. The sun is only 27 miles across, 3,000 miles in the sky. Very close. Very close. And this map tells it all. East, west, everything. Everything, boss. We'll do more studies in this Rumsey flow, but just know when we read Worlds Beyond the Poles that we're about to do for the dismount with this NASA documentation, it wasn't always ice. Whatever they're finding preserved in Antarctica surrounds you, so that's a lot of land. This is a lot of land. Then you get through these gateways, right? You get through the gateways into more land. More land. Yeah, I think I took a bigger screenshot of the other map I wanted to show. Let's try this one here. Ping pow. Map of the world as a plane. All right, so what they call this one again? This is the David Wardlaw, Wardlaw, Scott, circa 1901. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this one. I like this one. It's got some biblical quotes around it. In the beginning, HaWah created the earth and the heaven, Genesis, for he has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Established it. That means it's fixed upon the floods. That's in the book of Psalms. I am HaWah that makes all things, that stretches forth the heavens alone. that spreads abroad the earth by myself. Spreads abroad the earth. It's not a spinning ball. It's flat, spread out, spreadeth out. Etymology, right? Etymology of plane, right? Flat, spread out. So HaWah say I spreadeth it out. You're talking about a plane. He said like a tent. You know what a tent looks like? Like a canopy, right? See, the hijack don't want you to think about that, because then it's nowhere they can run and ain't nowhere they can hide. He has described a circumference upon the face of the waters unto the boundary of the light and darkness. Boundaries. Light and darkness. So notice the outer oceans are called southern oceans. So whether it's the Southern Ocean over here or the Southern Ocean over there, just like, we got right here, South Circle, same exact thing. The waters will be called Southern Oceans everywhere. So the ocean, is going around you, right? You're in a current, you're on a clock. Now sometimes the water current is going, this is pretty much showing you which way the water currents are going. You know what I'm saying? As you go out, it might go one direction. As you go in, it starts going in another direction. If you know how to navigate the currents, knowing, okay, it's going to start going the other way now, then you can ride that current to get to whatever land you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? You just got to ride that counterclockwise or ride that clockwise if you got the correct map. Then you know where you going. And again, they had to use this exact same map to pop off their telecommunications. They got everything to do with the water current. Southern Ocean, man. Then you go inward, you know what I'm saying? You got an Indian Ocean, and that Indian Ocean, it's not going the same direction as the Southern Ocean. So as you go in, you got the Pacific, and then that Pacific is going a certain direction. And then you go further in, you got another current, all the way till you get to the middle, right? Just want to see this one a little bigger as well. The Buashi map. So whatever they're calling the Grand Mur or Moor, this is that Moor flow, the grand, right? The greatness of Amma, the grandness, the mirror, the Moor, the Mar this and the Mar that, right? So hey, it looks like we're getting a new flat path, a new map path for the flat path, man. Hey, man, this is just a good new beginning as we get this search cranked up again. Flat Drop 101. Indies. And they got Antarctica, what? Surrounding Antarctica here, surrounded. And plane sphere is not a planet. Plane sphere. So something is spherically or, some type of surrounding, containing, and that is Antarctica. That is that land beyond the pole. Connection. All using the same projection, man. So Halal HaWah, let's go. Always fun. I mean, this is medieval cosmology, 1888. Camille Flammarion. I got this one small iron, but look, man, they knew that there are boundaries, and you get out of these boundaries, and you're off to the celestial. We're at the heavens. We're about to get that in flat. That world's beyond the pole, flat drop, but there's boundaries, and you get past that. Now you're in the stars, the heavens, the celestial. You just keep going straight. You don't gotta go up, you just go straight. Let's get it. This is reality. It is truth, stranger than any fictional world has known. There is no physical end to the Earth's northern and southern extent. The Earth merges with land areas of the universe about us that exist straight ahead beyond the North Pole and South Pole points of theory. It is now established that we may at once journey into celestial land areas by customary movement on the horizontal from beyond the pole points. It is also known that the flight course from this earth to connecting land area of the universe about us, which appears up or out from the earth, will always be over land, water, and vegetation common to this earth area of the universe whole. Never need we shoot up, as popular misconception demands, to reach celestial existing. You don't gotta go up to reach the celestial. To reach celestial land existing under every luminous area we observe at night. We never need to go up. We never need to shoot up, as popular misconception demands. To reach the heavens, to reach celestial land existing under every luminous area we observe at night, under the stars. To reach every celestial land under the stars, we never go up, boss. On the contrary, we move straight ahead. Straight. You can go there on a boat. You cut through the gateways. You can go there on a boat. You can go there underwater. You could take a plane if they let you. You just go straight. You just go straight. You can ride your dragon. You just go straight to get to the heavens. On the contrary, boss, we will move straight ahead and on the same physical level from either of theory's imaginary pole points. Confirmation of such a flight course is had in that the U.S. Navy Task Force of February 1947, which penetrated 1,700 miles beyond the North Pole Point and beyond the known Earth. Additional and more recent confirmation was acquired by the flight of a U.S. Navy air unit on January 13, 1956, which penetrated 2,300 miles over land beyond the South Pole. There is no space. There is no space. There is no space. There is no space. There is no space, whatever between areas of the created universe. There is no space. There is no space, whatever, between areas of the created universe, but there must deceptively appear to be space in all observation. That apparent space results from the illusion, globularity, and isolation of celestial sky areas. The same illusory conditions have been proved to develop from observation of luminous outer sky areas. The same illusion has been proved to develop from observation of luminous outer sky areas of the terrestrial. We live in an illusion. These pictures they're showing us, this is an illusion. This is all an illusion. It's Plato. It's Plato, boss. I mean, dig on it. So they penetrated 2,300 miles over land beyond the South Pole. What does that mean? That they went to lands beyond the poles. They went past the Antarctic. They went past the ice. Think about this. From LA to New York, they say it's about 3,000 miles, right? They went that past the South Pole, right? That's anywhere, wherever they went. Probably over here somewhere. They had to take that same amount to get out, to get off the clock. Now, is the clock the same outside the wall? I don't know. That's a next level type question. The same illusion, the same illusory conditions have been proved to develop from observation of luminous outer sky areas of the terrestrial. Quote, outer sky means the sky as it is observed against stratosphere darkness. The concept that the universe is comprised of globular, and isolated bodies originated from the curvature that is developed by all lenses. This is very important. Listen up for the dismount. The curvature that is developed by all lenses give you curvature because they're curved. Bang. Even your eyeball. Ping, pow. And that lens developed curvature fosters the deceptive appearance of globular, isolated bodies comprising the universe. The bodies, quote unquote, are an illusory. The ancient conclusion of Galileo Galilei that luminous celestial areas are isolated from each other and are circling or ellipsing in space was found on inescapable errors of lens functioning. The circling movement apparent to Galileo is an illusion. Your heliocentricity is an illusion. You going anywhere other than being firm, fixed, and immovable, like HaWah say over and over in the scriptures. Firm, fixed, and immovable. The earth is fixed on foundations. It shall not be moved. Get the drop. So you thinking that you're being moved off the foundation is an illusion. It is an endless land. Body bag for the illusion. It is an endless land and sky, universe, reality. The undulating, billowing, luminous sky gas enveloping the entire universe must deceptively appear as a circling or ellipsing movement. The deceptive appearance develops from the fact that such gaseous sky movement is detected by circular lens. Hence, there is necessarily reproduced the circular and therefore globular appearing lens image. I'll say it again. Hence, there is necessarily reproduced the circular, globular, appearing lens image, the illusion of seclusion, because nothing is, separate. Everything is connected. This is the infinite connected plane we're talking about that you call outer space, where all these planets and quasars and galaxies exist. Well, yeah, but you just go straight. You just go straight, boss. You could go on a boat to every single place that you see up there. Everything's a reflection of more gaseous, illuminated sky areas. The deceptive appearance develops from the fact that such gaseous sky movement is detected by circular lens, hence there is necessarily reproduced a circular and therefore globular appearing lens image under the mobile sky gas which extends throughout his celestial rim. There is undetectable but very factual land. You don't detect it, but it's there. Factual land, water, vegetation, and life like that common to this earth. It's the same earth. Therefore, the so-called, quote, stars and planets of astronomical designation are in reality lens-produced, apparently globular and isolated areas of a continuous, unbroken, luminous, celestial, outer sky surface. Say it again, boss. I said the so-called stars and planets of astronomical designation are in reality lens produced. They're illusions from the telescopes. From any lens, it's fake curvature, fisheye lenses. Lens produce apparently globular, apparently isolated areas of a continuous and unbroken, luminous, celestial outer sky surface. It envelopes every land area of the celestial in the same manner that it envelopes the terrestrial land. One may question how such features were known when science was without record of them. If so, one has but to finish reading this chapter, which adequately describes how, when, and where. There is undetectable land, but very factual land, water, vegetation, and more nagas beyond the pole. And all those balls you got in your head are the inception that was planted in your grammar school, public school, elementary school, where they hijacked your elements. Let's go. So with that in mind, with all the continuous plane of land, water, and vegetation in mind, let's jump right into the mind of a hijack. Just belly flop a couple times into this NASA Aeronautics and Astronautics 1972 document on history.nasa.gov. This is off their stuff, so. And first, I just want to belly flop into what is, how they say it, circumterrestrial plasma. Let's just read. Cosmos satellites. Why? So I'm just belly flopping, man. This is in March 16th. Everything that's happening in 1972 for NASA, all the big events, okay? Cosmos satellites' wide variety of functions were described in TRUD by Soviet engineer T. Borisov. Primary objectives of Cosmos program, which had included almost 500 spacecraft, were, quote, profound and comprehensive scientific investigations of circumterrestrial space. What? I heard circumnavigating. I heard extraterrestrial. I never heard of circumterrestrial before. So I just looked it up on the free dictionary because it's free. Circumterrestrial. Revolving around or surrounding the earth. Ah, okay. Something is surrounding the earth. Something is revolving around the earth, man. This is going to be the best dismount of all time. Flat drop 101. Let's go. What is circumterrestrial? It is something revolving around the earth. So in this case, they say investigations of circumterrestrial space. Now that you've hopefully by now all praise to Allah. You're not sitting on a ball. You got this image out your head. So when they say surrounding the earth, they're not saying surrounding your ball. They're saying something is surrounding earth. Like Antarctica, like Antarctica, right? Circumterrestrial. That means it's surrounding terra. Terra is the land. What is surrounding the land? Antarctica itself. Some say it's a dragon. Okay. Circumterrestrial. Something is surrounding. This is the best depiction of circumterrestrial any logical person can give you. If I say circumnavigate McDonald's, then you might just drive around McDonald's. If they say they circumnavigated the earth, then they've went around, one of these continents or this part right here. They didn't go around the ball. They just went around like they just gone around, like they just surfed away. And they call that circumnavigating Earth. Okay. Going in a circle. Circumterrestrial. Again. Surround the Earth, boss. Back to NASA. Comprehensive scientific investigations of circumterrestrial space. Space outside of the surrounding land and Earth. Improvement of space vehicles. Now, whenever they say space vehicles, these are vehicles I believe that they're using to go really, really fast to get to these other lands. Okay, so application of experiments connected with the extensive use of space or the traveling through water, to get through these gateways as well. Economic and cultural purposes, very appreciable results have been achieved in the historically short span of 10 years. Cosmos satellites. Let's see. Let's get it from here, man. Cosmos satellites had studied circumterrestrial plasma. Whoa. Now, why are they talking plasma? Because, all this 1972, Russia, aeronautics and all this is all about going to the moon and stuff. This is 1972. This is Apollo territory. So it's all about the moon. Yeah, they're talking Mars and other stuff too, but it's mainly about the moon, man. As soon as I heard plasma, man, I thought about the famous doctor that said the moon is a plasma. So Cosmos satellites had studied Circumterrestrial, surrounding the Earth, plasma, plasma surrounding the Earth, and its interconnection with the Earth's magnetic field. Remember, the magnetic pole is the north in the center. So the plasma surrounding the Earth is interconnected with the actual tree of life or center of the Earth plane, previously unknown dynamics of process in upper atmosphere and space and relationship between the sun and the Earth. Right? They try to put the ether together. Quote Cosmos 261 and Cosmos 348 explored the plasma ocean. What? The plasma ocean, my guy. You tell me what that is. Cosmos 166, which spent a long time patrolling the sun. Patrolling the sun? That means it probably wasn't that far away, like 96 million miles. Made a careful survey of the solar disk. Come on, man. Didn't we say the sun might be a disk and not a ball, like the moon might be a disk because there's never no footage from the other side of the moon, right? Is there really another side, or is it a disk? Is it a circular disk? Who knows, man? But is it a plasma disk? Is it a plasma circular portal disk, man? What are they patrolling around the sun that you can't get to because you're 96 million miles away? And you call it a solar disk. And you explored the plasma ocean. Is the moon a plasma, man? Okay. Just belly flopping. Just belly flopping. Okay. Let's pick it up from here. Still on March 1st, 1972. Okay. Just right in the middle. 1972 research had been completed on continuous flow plasma accelerator. What's all this plasma talk about? Do y'all know what all this plasma talk is about? Why would they be talking about plasma so much? Let's back it up. Such work is of central importance to future sciences, for example, to laser beam generation, transmission. Hijack City. Come on, Hijack City. Yeah, it's getting too hot for y'all. We took plasma, man. Oh man, such work is of central importance to future science, for example, to laser beam generation, transmission, and conversion, superconductivity, or plasma powered devices. In FY 1972, research has been completed on continuous flow plasma accelerator to simulate spacecraft reentry conditions accurately. Didn't they just look at this plasma lake or plasma ocean, and now they have to simulate the with a plasma accelerator the reentry conditions because they got to go through plasma? New contributions to understanding plasma turbulence had been made. What is plasma turbulence? Knowledge of uranium plasma properties had been improved. It's a lot of plasma talk, man. And just skipping down, man, 3.4 million have been requested for programs in plasma dynamics, lasers, superconductivities, nuclear physics. So there's a lot of plasma talk in 1972. It just reminded me of the good doctor, man. Fair use in your caboose as we make our dismount. Fair use in your caboose, section 107. We're going to do some comments, criticism, all that stuff, man. What the good doctor say, man? What the good doctor say? 1965. I just belly fly right to it.
And yet, it is part of my new conception about the nature of the world at this same sea, that those concepts and interpretations of science, which are still based today on Aristotelian logic, have a certain purpose, but that is defined by a statement as that a spade is a spade or a fine chisel is a fine chisel. But these concepts are inadequate for a complete understanding of the real nature of the world.
How is it possible, Mr. Foster, that you as an individual can work out these theories when all the other established scientists have computers and all the money of government behind them, and yet they apparently can't?
Well, I do not claim at all that it is due to my own intellect or my own penetration. I have been deeply interested from early youth in the real nature of the world, and I held my own views and ideas. But many years ago, about 14 years ago, when I was challenging one of the fundamental conventional principles of science, I had a definite inspiration, not knowledge as such, but an indication and a guidance which I followed and which I worked very hard to evolve into a new structure of understanding.
Inspirations are related to thoughts of genius. Do you think or consider yourself to be a genius?
No. I consider myself to be an ordinary, humble person who wants to serve mankind with what man has striven for from the beginning of consciousness, with truth and understanding of the world.
Now, one thing, you have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958.
Moon is a plasma. He's sure about it. They're talking plasma in 1972. That's 7 years after this interview. And they supposedly got to the rock. They got to the moon. Why are they talking so much plasma talk then? Code word plasma. Code word circumterrestrial.
And the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you are proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The self-landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is less, far less, than is currently assumed. But it is a plasma phenomenon, a cosmic plasma. It is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you are proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The self-landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the
Self-landing attempts, you try to land on it, nah, that's why they had to go to Stanley Kubrick. Yeah. 2001: A Space Odyssey. They had to go to the movie set, and this is why they don't go back. Ain't been since the 70s. They ain't went in the 80s, 90s, 2000. SpaceX saying maybe they'll do it. NASA saying they lost the technology to go back. Go get all the flat drop. Just click the category flat drop. Click on the playlist. They lost the technologies 50 years ago. That means we're going backwards. That means all these billions of dollars taxpayer money. How much money, man, for the dismount, man? Yeah, they talking plasma turbulence, plasma, plasma accelerators, plasma everywhere. They just spending money, man. That's all they do. Man, NASA estimate had projected $35 billion for shuttle program through 1990. Man, they're gonna have to cough up all. They're gonna get sued by so many people unless they're in on it. President Nixon signed another $2.6 billion over in 1973 for Atomic Energy Commission. They just giving out billions of dollars. It was easier to sell public $6 billion research and development program for useful space shuttle than $40 billion program for the space station. Plans call for 30 to 40 flights a year for 10 years at $10.5 million a flight. It don't cost that much to go straight. What do you think they're doing with that money? Colonizing lands beyond the pole. Finding more nuggets just like us. Tricking them with this Copernican theory, making them feel like they spit on the ball, eradicating the populations, genocide, Holocaust on the indigenous copper-colored con. $35 billion for the shuttle program through 1990, including $12 billion for shuttle and $23 billion for the payloads. $23 billion for the payloads. What are they bringing? Military? This ain't play. We out of here, baby. And for my nuggets, man, surf the wave all the way to this point. I'm gonna leave you with this, man. It's greatest dismount of all time. Documents, from the Morocco perspective, so you already know. But we know how to surf that wave. One World, One America, Tartarian, and More by James W. Lee. You heard of it? Just for orientation purposes. You see how they put, this is their orientation. Antarctica's right here, so it can't be real because Antarctica's surrounding us. So, but we surfing away. Amaru Khan, people of the land of the serpent. Come on, man. Amaru Khan, man. Khan means more than people. Khan means priest. If you're going to explain this, you got to break it all the way down, Mr. Lee. This is what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring them in to the real Hebrew. They're going to throw the Hebrew together and say, oh, these people are all Hebrews. This and that, man. Like, we see what y'all doing, man. This is kind of interesting right here. It says the name America is derived from the god Quetzalcoatl in Mexico. Are we talking Joshua? Who y'all call Joshua the robber? Noble Drew Ali call him Joshua the robber? Because he was taken back his lands for the creator. They thought he was robbing them when they are the invaders on the land. Hawashua. Quetzalcoatl, the Quetzal bird is the rainbow bird. The Coatl is the dragon, it's the rainbow dragon. The Gugemats and Quiche. Remember the Quiche Papuvo? We're going to get back to that. And in Peru, he was called a Maru. Now, this is kind of new. I didn't know that Joshua is also called a Maru. So the name of America, or Amaru Khan, is literally called after Joshua, who Moses laid his hands on. Like Mexico is Moshe, Meshi, Mexico, Mexican, Meshi, Moshe. And then you got Joshua, or the Amaru Khan. Joshua and Moses right there in your face, ball. Amaru Khan literally translated land of the plumed serpent. No. Literally translated the priesthood, the Khan of the Amaru. The priesthood, the Khan of Hawashua, of the Amaru dragon. The priest of this god of peace. From their chief center in the Cordilleras, once ruled both Americas. Oh no, we just talking Preston John around here. We talking to Preston. So it's a whole I'll leave a link, it breaks down this Washita, how you pronounce it, Doog Da, Mandu, something like that. They recognize the Washita is the oldest, is recognized by the United Nations. Look, man, first of all, the United Nations also is using the Azimuthal equidistant flat Earth map, but we gone over that. We don't care who the United Nations recognizes, man. This is the congregation of hijacks, man. If they recognize you as the oldest indigenous, I wonder why, because you might be in treaty with them. We ain't recognized around here, boss. We ain't being recognized. By the way, that quote about the Quetzalcoatl drop on Maru came from Manly P. Hall, right? 33-degree Mason. So, we surfing the wave, left the Cootie Mail, man. We surfing the wave with what they saying over there. Stuff we ain't supposed to know, I guess. Yeah. Khalifa, Shambhala, Sheba. Queen, let's go. The Native Americans also have their 10 Commandments. It's crazy, man. I mean, why not just go with the code, right? I guess they just don't want that bloodline connection to Judah and Jerusalem, but treat the earth and all that dwell with respect, okay? Remain close to the Great Spirit. That's MHOE, okay? Show great respect for your fellow beings, right? Honor your neighbor, right? Don't kill your neighbor. work together for the benefit of all humankind. Give assistance and guidance where needed. Y'all think these are the real Native American 10 Commandments? I mean, it's good to give assistance and kindness. I mean, it just sounds like they're just saying nice stuff, man. Do what you know to be right. Come on, man. These are the 10 hijack commandments, man. Do what you know to be right. That's a commandment. Do the right thing. Hey, man, just do the right thing. Spike Lee wrote that, man. Look after the well-being of mind and body. I mean, all good things. Dedicate a share of your efforts to the greater good. Oh, they got tithing. Come on, man. They over there biting the code, man. They know where they're getting this from. Be truthful and honest at all times. They're biting proverbs, man. Take full responsibility. That's a commandment. You got to take full responsibility. The 10 Native American hijack commandments, man. I tell you, man. For the dismount, man. We out of here, baby. We out of here, baby. All right, so they got their orientation. They popping off. And yeah, it's pretty cool. They break down some, try to show you how Noble Drew Ali was traveling to see President Woodrow Wilson. He's meeting with the president. I should tell you everything. He gets his flag. He says, man, give me my flag. Give me my things. They make a treaty. It's all good. The Washington's good. They make a treaty. Assisted by England, Scotland, Ireland, Netherlands, France, Germany, Finland, United States of America, Al-Murat Khan ended their war with the Moor, with the Washington and signed the treaty. So this is who's behind the treaty signing, and they act like they did it for everybody. Yeah, everyone's included in this treaty. Man. They're representing the ancient Moabites. Body bag. They want to claim all this mound builder, oldest nation stuff for Moab. That's crazy. Last time I checked, Moab came out a lot. They just wanted a lot. They weren't satisfied with their lot. They wanted more. They wanted more. They want to be responsible for it all. They want this history to include that of the Israelites. Well, I guess we've been rocking side by side for a long time. And if you're the oldest indigenous civilization, man, what does that make us? What does that make Shem? There's a difference between being connected with Abraham and being the seed of Abraham and a Baruch coming out the seed. Lot was not the seed of Abraham. I mean, that's his uncle. He protected. Abraham protected Lot, but Lot was not the seed of Abraham. There's a different Baruch coming out the seed that's promised, right? And this is where the covenant comes into play. But yeah, man. They say Morocco means Holy Land, Promised Land. Hey, so does Tara Zonta. And shout out to the bro saying, cool. We got Tara Zonta, Holy Land in Antarctica. And as this ice melts, the $64 million question is, did the kingdom there predate the kingdom here? Or was it all one thing? Shout out to the high Amazon queens. Interesting part right here says the Empire, Washita, Moor are ascendants of the Kushite Empire, the Songhai Milan Empire, Ottoman Empire, Moroccan. The Washita Moor are also called the Choctaw. Just reminded me when Tecumseh was trying to tribe up the tribes and he went to Push Matahama or something like that. The chief of the Choctaw, he wouldn't tribe up with him, right? And then the Choctaw ended up riding with, who was Andrew Jackson, against Tecumseh, right? All right, just think about this. How does this Moor connection, they claiming Moab. Now they're talking Choctaw, but are Choctaw Moab? Look how they say this. They say, which is tribe of Shabazz, the tribe of Hebrews or Israelites, and etc. They just throw it all together. All right, so are the Washita Moab or are they Israel? This is where they muddy up the waters, you know what I'm saying? Or is Choctaw a general term? And some of the tribes under the Choctaw banner were Israelites, and some of the tribes under the Choctaw banner were Moabites. Was it a generalization of sorts? You know what I'm saying? Like Cherokee. Some tribes in the Cherokee might be Israel, some might be Canaanites. Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? So, interesting stuff, though, man. You know what I mean? Either way, we in it, my nugget, and we gotta pop off. because it's all happening. Um, I do like this. Oh yeah, follow the crescent, huh? Follow the crescent. Yeah, man, we see it, man. For the dismount, I think this is the body bag right here that we're gonna leave with. And you can always get the babies out the bathwater, man, in these type of sites. It says Mount Ararat. Now, ain't that where Noah's Ark's supposed to be? Now, I know they got the Mount Ararat in Turkey, but did you know that Mount Ararat is in California, Northern California? I had to look it up. I said, for real? Mount Ararat in California? Closing in on Oregon, right? And this researcher, he's showing you a pathway, a trail to paradise from Mount Ararat. 2 hour, 43-minute drive, 75.7 miles. I had to look it up, man. It's not that popular. You gotta dig on this one, man. I found this Washington Trails Association. They got a Mount Ararat, this Paradise Connection. Okay. 6,010 feet at the highest point, 12.5 miles around it. So there's a Mount Ararat connected with the Washington Trails. Let's keep going. Now, on that map, bro had this, I was trying to find, like, pinpoint this location, so I had this Bucks Lake. You see at the top, right, Bucks Lake. So I just cross-referenced it with the Palmettos and, the surrounding areas, Rock Creek, and it brought me here for the dismount. I told y'all, you stay to the end, you're going to get them gems, man. We make the coldest dismounts of all time. I mean, this could be a whole separate drop, but I'd rather just put it here for my real ones because this ain't for everybody. We might have to do another drop on Bucks Lake. Matter of fact, just stay to the end, all right? So, according to this map, back over here, Bucks Lake is, pretty much right near Mount Ararat, like a right, diagonal to Mount Ararat. So I'm just trying to find that same diagonal here. And very small down at the bottom, you got Mount Ararat, right? Just like the other map was saying. And there's a path from there to paradise, 75 miles away, right? So this got me thinking about the Bucks Lake connection, and you got these riverlets and rivers popping off again. You know, I mean, California, period. I mean, there's just a lot popping off, with these type of things. Bucks Lake. You see a little map right here. This is way North California. Northeast, way up there, right? Bucks Lake. And of course, I'm thinking like, yo, is this a real lake or not? For the dismount, is another Naga City underwater. We are talking California, right? Who's the queen of California? You already know, man. Khalifa, man. Where's the queen? Where's the queen? Right? So this is what America looked like. She holding down California. Right? She's holding down the islands, all that, right? So it's all real time. She holding down Bucks Lake, right? So by the time we are digging on Bucks Lake, in Plumas County, and Plumas reminds me of the Plume Serpent flow, right? The Plume Serpent, Amaru flow. Right, California Bucks Lake, located on the south shore of the lake of the same name, 13 miles west southwest of Quincy. Population 22, right? They always make it a small little population. Nothing to see here, boss. Yeah, okay. Let's get the drop for the dismount. History. I said this better not be another man-made lake, man. Because you already know what it is. Another Naga city. The area was first established as a ranch by Horace Buckland and Francis Walker, 1850. Right, this is when they moving in. They just found California. They just really, what I'm saying, moving in. They just are still in the Tecumseh, Chickamauga Wars, Seminole Wars, Creek Wars. All this is still happening. A hotel and a post office were later built on the site. 1928, Buck Storage Dam was built on Buck Creek. Whoa. Another damn dam. So the damn, Buck Storage Dam is code word for flooding another Naga city. Built on Bucks Creek, a tributary of the Feather River, creating the Buck Lake Reservoir, inundating or drowning the original site of the town. So the original town was drowned, inundated by the creation of the Buck Storage Dam in 1928, which created the Buck Lake Reservoir, a tributary of Feather River. Why is it called Feather River? I wonder. It's probably another Naga city underneath this river. Ain't that some? Now Bucks Lake is registered as a California Historical Landmark number 197. I wonder why it's so historical, because there's a city, an original site of the town, inundated, underneath, drowned. Man, can we get the etymology of inundated? Can we get the etymologies of inundated for the dismount boss? Yeah, I'm here for you, man. Flat Drop 101 always comes with some bonus. Always comes with the gems, man. Out to the bro Veteran Eye, man. Go just look him up, man. You got the YouTube popping, Veteran Eye, IG, Veteran Eye. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. The bro just dropped the dragon in the gym, man. And just hop to the con, man. His family, is on Coom right now. They're going through another rise, in frequency. So just be with the bro and support the bro dragon in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Hop to the con Van Gogh. Hop to the con Quartz, man. Everybody involved with the project, Dragon and the gym. And, we've been featuring it quite a bit live in the ether at 432 The Drop Radio. And we'll definitely be doing some more listening parties, man, for it. So, out to the con veteran. Inundated. Yeah, we got that water. Oh, to overflow. Run over. Got you. Okay. That's it. Bucks Lake Reservoir. Inundating, flowing over, running over the original town. The original site of the town by this damn dam was drowned, run over, and overflow. Ain't that some stuff, my nigga? Ain't that something? I tell you, man. So Bucks Lake, all this Buck Mountain, Buck Lake Wilderness, like this is a lot of land to be claimed under Buck. Who the fuck is Buck? Where Buck just got the drop on everything. And they say, oh, the town was named after Buckland or something like that. Horace Buckland, right? Horace Buckland got the drop on all this. You got Buck Mountain, Buck Lake, Buck Lodge, Buck Lake Loop, Buck Creek, Buck Lake Wilderness, Buckety Buck, Buckety Buck. Who the fuck is Buck? And under this, all these lakes, man-made, because of these damn dams. And what's it got to do with Mount Ararat, boss? Man, that's just how you surf the wave. Do you see clearly? Which way is up? Which way is north? Which way is the current go on the inner parts? We going clockwise or counterclockwise? Clearly it wasn't all ice and uninhabitable, right? And clearly it can't be the same size as the South Pole if the South Pole is surrounding you. And who? Oh, who is the big Unc Khan, Prester John? The water for surfing the wave, I nugget, with another flat drop 101 with Yo Naga Khan drop, man. And Drop Nation, this is where we at. We doing victory laps. And look out for us, man. We're going to be, popping off, man. This is a light year for us, man. It's been super heavyweight. Love to the Con Five Eyes. And, it's time for a light year. It's time for us to, really elevate. You know what I'm saying? So you're gaining vibrations, you're losing vibrations. Five Eyes know, but at the end, at the end is a new beginning, man. And, this is our new beginning. And, we seeking the Creator directly. And the Negro, the Naga, the Rex Neck Goose, Khan Da We, the Priest King, the Wada for surfing the wave in this investigation. And to all the Drop Nation, tribe supporters, everybody that's been riding the wave, whenever you jumped in the water, just know that the water surrounds us, man. You know what I'm saying? And no matter which way the current is flowing, we know it's leading to more land beyond the pole. Halal HaWah.